Alright, I'm back for more. This part of the video I'm going to talk about the various modes that you can put this in. That's right, this does do a lot more than play games. In the manual for this, they specifically say they understand that the PS3 does more than play games, so they made the FragFX do more than play games. I know I'm repeating myself like crazy here, but bear with me. I could tell you how to set it in each mode, but that'd be a waste of time because, there's no point to that. You're going to have a manual if you buy it, and if you don't buy it, you don't really care. So I'll just tell you what it can do. You can put into, well, no, before I get into the modes, just want to let you know, this button right here, the PS button, that's actually transparent. It changes color. Well, there's a light. So, like when it's just in basic mode, it'll be blue. It's kind of bright. I mean, if you're looking down, it's kind of annoying. But I just hold it out of the field of vision, and you'll be fine. But it changes colors, and also another thing besides the brightness that's annoying. Whenever you do change modes, it gives out this really loud beep. I mean, it's super loud. It's not gonna, split your eardrums, but it is excessive. Hopefully, it'll dim over a couple months of use. Maybe that's why they made it so loud. But just a small complaint. It's not like, and the thing is that it doesn't beep too often. It'll probably beep twice each 4-hour session that you play. So it's not like it beeps on a regular basis. It's just when you turn it on and stuff. So no big deal. But again, they could improve that. But I'm wasting time here. You can set into rapid fire mode where basically you turn on rapid fire, you hit a button, and then I believe rapid fire will turn off there. Maybe you have to manually do it. But basically, after you do that, that button will be rapid fire. So if you hold on to it, it's going to do that like turbo type thing where instead of one button press, it actually registers like, I don't know, 6 a second or something like that. I haven't used it, so I don't know the specifics, but I'm sure you know what rapid fire is. Motion sensing. It's not motion sensing. You can adjust the sensitivity of your motion sensing. You do some combination of button presses, and while you're doing that, you go up and down on the D-pad to change your sensitivity. So if you're playing Killzone 2 and you're a sniper and you don't want the slightest shake of this to affect your aim, in case you don't know it does, you can set your sensitivity all the way down, totally exploit that. I did that and it didn't work out too well. It still sensed it a lot, so maybe I got a lemon. Everything else works fine. But I mean, I wasn't really paying that much attention. Maybe it only does very small increments. But you'll have to test that out for yourself. Then there's also mouse mode. This is probably the only mode that I actually use besides game mode, regular mode. I mean, that light will turn green, by the way. Normally it's blue again. And basically what that does is it really remaps pretty much every button on this and sort of simulates a regular PC setup where, normally when you're browsing the web with PlayStation, X selects. Well, instead of that, when it's in mouse mode, when it's in regular mode, X would select, but when it's in mouse mode, this selects. So basically R1 selects. And then a bunch of other stuff changes. And also, I don't know if you use a web browser with the PS3, but the left, I'm pretty sure it's a left joystick that moves the mouse around. When you put it in mouse mode, it's the right joystick, or actually right mouse, so that's handy. And then there's swap mode. It's pretty simple. None of the buttons change, but the left joystick goes over to the mouse, and the right joystick, aka the mouse, goes over to the left. So it just switches the joysticks. I'm not sure why you use that, because normally the left joystick is character movement, and I would never want to control a character using a mouse, but it's there if you want it. Then there is a very creative idea where you can actually, it's sort of like rapid fire, where you press a set of buttons and it sets it into this mode where the next button you press will be assigned to motion control. And then I guess it would go automatically back to game mode. But basically, if I press all those buttons and then press X, and let's say X is a grenade throw or something, now if I do that, it throws a grenade. I guess that's cool. I guess if you want to immerse yourself. Thing is that normally games have something assigned to motion control. I guess if they don't, it'd be handy. But I mean, I think that's gimmicky. And if you're playing multiplayer, you want, you know, quick responsive stuff, just a button press, not this madness. So it's there, but I'm not going to use it. I guess it's cool, but whatever. Some people like it. And then finally, there is the calibrate motion, which I find very, very handy. This is another thing like the mouse mode that I use. Basically, you press a set of buttons, and wherever you're holding this, you could be holding it like this. That's going to set the norm. So, you know, if you're holding it like this, it's not going to be considered tilted. If you hold it like this, and it was calibrated over here, but if you hold it like this, that's considered tilted. So that's really nice, because I normally have it set on my lap. Maybe it's tilted a little bit like this. I calibrate it, and that's the norm now. So you can be perfectly comfortable. I really like that. And by the way, 6-axis does work very well with this. I tried it. I played the Uncharted demo. I've already played through the game, but it was only a rent. But yeah, you know, you can walk along a log, and you can tilt back and forth. And I watched him, and you know, he responded. Nate Drake, he responded properly. He leaned this way and leaned that way. So the motion control does work here, so you're going to want to calibrate it correctly. And then you can also set it back to factory default, or I guess, you know, the calibration would just be regular, like this, not like some weird thing that you like to hold it, I guess. You set it back to factory, so if you screwed it up, you know, you can always go back. So that's a nice bit of security for you. I know I'm at 6 minutes, but my camera is actually full right now, so I'm going to have to end this video, delete some stuff, and then start a new one. It should be the last one coming up, though. So, yeah, just hold tight for a bit. Thanks for watching.